one of the people I interviewed had actually been evacuated here from Kent during the war, and she recalls quite clearly the school in Kent informing the parents that they felt it was necessary to evacuate the children to a safer place, because of course that part of Kent, Benenden, was on the direct route of bombers coming from Germany to London. And she recalls a lot of planes coming over and the situation getting increasingly fraught there. So she and some other children were brought to Wiltshire by train. 4 children from her school came into Dilton Marsh, but the other children were dispersed throughout the county. She and her sister stayed with a Mr. and Mrs. Goddard who lived on the High Street, very close to the centre of the village, and her brother was staying with a family, the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall in St. Mary's Lane. She has only really very positive memories of the village. She remembers being very, very well looked after here and feeling quite safe. And she made some very, very strong friends while she was here. And in fact, only earlier this month, she came back to the village to meet some people that she had remembered from the past. Another person I interviewed, Phyllis Harvey, was 9 when the war started. And she recalls very clearly being allocated a pew in the church with the instruction that when an air raid was imminent, the children had to go into the church and lie under their designated pew with their head towards the wall. And even though she can't recall actually using this during an air raid, they apparently had frequent practices where the children had to go in an orderly fashion from the school to the church and lie under the pew. Apparently there were occasional stray bombers. She remembers one particularly in Lower Road, which was the name given to Lee Road in Westbury, on a Saturday afternoon, when a bomber was coming back from Bristol or Bath, and they dropped a bomb on a bungalow along Lee Road. Although no one was seriously hurt, there was a Mrs. Bathard who at the time was cycling along Lee Road, and she came off her bicycle and got hit by a piece of shrapnel, but I don't think she came to any more serious damage than that.